Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 862. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And with me in Beacon, New York, he's the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is Mad Mike.
Sorg, this may be the last time I'm in Beacon, New York.
What? Yes, it's getting much more bare behind you there, isn't it? Hold on, I'm fixing this thing. There you go. Now we don't have a double mic.
I mean,
look, there's a walls.
look.
Is that the color of your walls?
Closet's basically empty.
Basically empty.
Basically empty. No idea what's going on.
No.
I only have one or two Lego sets up there.
Yes.
All my pops are gone.
Yes.
I took down my diploma because it obviously had to be packed away.
Yeah, you know, for
posterity.
For posterity, yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Also with us, he is your hardest core of referees. Wait, what happened to this shot over here? Hold on, let's fix this. Let's center you up. Hold on, what happened?
What did you do?
There we go.
You messed with the other camera, Sorg. I think that's what happened.
Referee George Ross
Hello.
with us.
Hello.
He's so energetic tonight, guys.
Always energetic.
He showed up an hour early and probably should have. He showed up an hour early and probably should have taken a nap.
Probably, yeah.
All of us are in that case. This is going to be a very jet-lagged edition of the Wrestling Mayhem Show, so I'm going to apologize in advance, but I think I'm going to find the last of my energy for this. Anyways, I don't have a document in front of me, but you can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You get us up at that email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. No phone number. At Mayhem Show on the Twitter. At Mayhem Show. At SorgatronMedia.social. On the Mastodon.
Where it's always Vader time.
Thank you. I was waiting. I was setting up your cue.
Sorg,
It's okay. It's been a day for everybody. Listen, man. I showed up an hour early or an hour late for a Zoom call, and they were like, "That's okay. We're all screwing up today." I'm like, "What is happening?" So it's been one of those.
Is it a full moon, Sorg?
Is it a full moon? I don't know. Also, you can subscribe to us on all your favorite podcast player, Wrestling Mayhem Show on the Facebook group, as well as we do have a Discord link from WrestlingMayhemShow.com, and we do have a Reddit if you want to start a conversation over there. And thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show, our friends at the Fan of the Show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, Bobby F. J-Town at the Poppy Club level, Dave Prof Pod Podner, spouse of Ruth's Jewelry Affair at ruthsjewelryaffair.com. The fact that he makes me say it twice is so cruel. Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid at the Beats Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz, and at the manager level, Bradley. Thank you guys so much for supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. So I want to get right into it because there's so much wrestling happening this Memorial Day weekend. Holy crap. I'm not going to see any of the WWE stuff live because I'm occupied, let's just say, for much of the weekend. I will be experiencing, apparently in person, AEW's Double or Nothing in Las Vegas. Thank you to some very, very fortunate benefactors that will be revealed later.
Is it Bradshaw?
What?
It's Bradshaw, isn't it?
What do you mean it's Bradshaw?
Bradshaw bought you the tickets.
Is it Ric Flair?
It's
the
a
consortium was me.
No, it was friends. It's just Mayhemers. I don't want to blow up their spot because I don't know what their deal is right now. So I'm going to wait. You'll see the selfies on Sunday. But anyways, it was just very fortuitous, and I have to be on the West Coast next week anyway. So I figured I'd make a pit stop in Vegas for a couple days. For all good reasons. And you know what? Sorg needs a vacation. Sorg deserves a vacation. And that should also say, programming note, we will not be having shows next week. I may record stuff. I don't know if I'm going to have time to be quite honest, because there's 3 wrestling shows I'm doing before I leave for vacation. So there's that. And sorry, and hopefully we can get some stuff in there in the meantime for the Mayhem show. But anyways, it's Memorial Day weekend. Everybody take the time off, enjoy the Tuesday, do something. Just do something for yourself. Just do something for yourself that doesn't involve me. So anyways, so there's a lot going in on this weekend. Let's talk about WWE. Let's do the rundown, if you will. If you will. Oh, good. My iPad's finally booting back up, so I'll be able to pull up the card too here. Mad Mike, what is happening Saturday? God. Also, help me out because I did not watch much of Raw last night. I started watching it dozed off.
Sorg, I'm moving Saturday. I don't know what the fuck's happening. No, I'm kidding.
Welcome to this disjointed,
This is gonna be a weird show.
Yes.
Let you know ahead of time.
Oh yeah. It can't be weirder.
You're gonna have a bad time. No, I'm kidding.
No. It can't be any weirder than the show we had earlier today.
We got a lovely afternoon pay-per-view on Saturday.
And at a nice afternoon, roll out of bed, sip some tea on the porch, and watch a pay-per-view from the desert.
If you're rolling out of bed at 1 p.m., God, I wish I had your life.
Certain days. Not lately, but certain days. So.
Yes.
So what is happening in the desert?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot. We could have Roman 4 belts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to just run down the card, or is that?
Yeah. Let's just do the brief deal.
Sure. We'll do a card. We got for the World Heavyweight Championship, we're crowning a new champion between AJ Styles and Seth freaking Rollins. We have Brock Lesnar is going to fight Cody Rhodes, whatever that entails, because right now it's listed as a singles match. That doesn't seem like it's going to stay.
Okay. But I think we're
I think it's going to be a stipulation.
I think we're running out of time to add the stipulation, technically. I mean, they're not officially on SmackDown.
Yeah, but the internet exists.
Actually, even what are we doing on SmackDown?
And there's also a press conference.
There's a press conference. And nobody on SmackDown should be a part of the Saudi Arabia show.
SmackDown's pre-recorded.
No, from when?
They're Friday, right? Didn't they record 2 episodes?
They double episoded last week?
Yeah.
Oh, then, fuck me.
Yeah.
Good thing we're doing live content Friday night locally.
Yeah. By the way, do you like my SmackDown's pre-recorded song? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it charted.
we have Kevin Owens and Sam Zayn, Bull Shmooly himself, against Roman and Solo.
Okay, interested to see where the story goes.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting for the tag team championships. We got Gunther versus Mustafa Ali in a Can Ali last more than 5 minutes match.
Oh, don't do Ali dirty like that, please.
Oh, they're going to. Brock Lesnar just shoved him aside during a promo.
Yeah.
During a heartfelt promo that he finished on Twitter, which, by the way, was a very good fucking promo. I really wish they would actually let that man have a win, but they're probably not going to. We got Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title on SmackDown.
Okay. I'm loving heel Asuka, by the way.
Oh, yeah, heel Asuka's great.
She's being a badass. It's fantastic.
Yeah, she even said on Twitter that she put chili powder in the mist. That's why Bianca had such an adverse reaction to it.
Okay, all right.
We got Rhea Ripley versus Natty for the SmackDown Women's Championship on Raw. Can I start calling it the Raw Down Women's Champion and the Smack Raw Women's Champion?
Smack Raw? Smack Raw? Smack.
Well, because they're on Raw.
Okay.
It should just be the Women's World Championship and the Women's Universal Championship, but that's just me using logic again.
There's a meeting or a survey going around about that right now, I'm sure.
I don't think there is, no.
No?
No, I'm pretty sure there isn't.
The conference rooms are empty at WWE headquarters about this. What's that?
The guy who took the surveys is no longer with us.
Oh, okay. Wait. He didn't die. We would say no longer with us. I want to make sure.
Scott Hall.
Oh, Scott Hall. Oh.
Yeah, one more for the good guys.
Yes.
But and finally we have Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus.
Okay.
And the award for bringing up the most awkward talking point on last night's Raw goes to Becky Lynch.
Oh, no.
For bringing up when Trish barked like a dog in the middle of the ring.
Okay. Well, that's fire. It'll be an interesting show. It's I keep forgetting when this build up we're talking about a show that's going to happen in a giant stadium. So like scale wise and everything like that. But like they've only like in the last week I think like talked about how it's going to be in Jeddah and all this kind of stuff. So because they like to maybe not mention Saudi Arabia so much when they build these things up. But no, it'll be a fun show. It was Night of Champions, almost called a crown jewel. Interesting that they're bringing one of their major pay-per-view titles over to. I think it's the first time. I mean, we had Greatest Royal Rumble, but they didn't like replace the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
Is Night of Champions really one of their top pay-per-views, though?
It's still a branded pay-per-view that they've used. That and then now they're labeling a Saudi show with.
Yeah,
it's
what
not
I'm saying. Top pay-per-view, but it's we haven't had one in a bit.
Consistent pay-per-view. No, not top, but it's a established brand. Let's say that, right? So and they're bringing it back. I know, but it's still. I feel like it still matters a little bit that they're applying it to this situation. So they did talk about the World Championship carries over the lineage. So this is the same belt that was last held by Randy Orton. I think they said in 2009.
Yeah, when he united them in a ladder match against John Cena.
Right, that
because he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That series where they kept doing that.
Was it like 13 then? Was that 2013 when they unified those? 2014.
I think so. That sounds right. Without looking it up.
Is that around the Royal Rumble 14 when we booed the match out of the building?
Yeah, because they had a regular match after a stipulation match as the rematch.
Yeah, because they unified them at TLC 2013. I want to say.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird, the circumstances around that. So, but okay. So there was that. It was a mainstay for their September pay-per-view, says Tina. Yeah, and everything's getting moved around. Went from Big Time Bex to the Man in 2 minutes. It'll be fine. It'll be a good show. I'm hoping I can download it and watch it on the plane. I don't know. I noticed you can download the last show. Do you know? Have you know? Probably nobody else looks at this because they don't travel like I do. Like, does anybody know the turnaround when the pay-per-views come up for download on Peacock?
Usually, it depends. Sometimes they'll be. Actually, with it being an afternoon pay-per-view, it should be available that night.
So if I hit the button before I hit the sack at about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. that night, I should be good to go. Hopefully. Okay. That'll get you.
Yeah, if it was the nighttime pay-per-view, I'd say you're probably screwed.
Because my flight, I think, is exactly enough time to watch a 3 to 4 hour pay-per-view. So should be good for that. Anyways, if I don't want to sleep. But yeah, it's gonna be afternoon.
Who sleeps anymore, Sorg?
Not this guy. But anyways, yeah, I can't even tell you how much I slept last night. But anyways, I hope Zeke isn't listening. Also, we have NXT Battleground, which is looking fun after watching most of NXT this evening. We do have the women's title tournament finals of what was it? Tiffany Stratton and
Lyra Valkyria.
Tiffany Stratton won against Roxanne tonight with the beautiful moonsault ever. So
okay,
the prettiest moonsault.
Well, she hit it and it looked really good, so it lives up to the name.
Yeah.
So that should be good. Who's getting a cage match?
Gigi Dolan and JC Jane.
And that's Saturday. And that's Sunday.
No, that's next week.
Oh, that's on NXT.
Yeah, JC Jane. Yeah, and that's next week.
Okay. I don't know, something. My parents were horrible addicts. Yada yada yada.
Weaponized cage match.
What is a weaponized cage match?
Let's just say the cage from Lethal Lockdown, just from the beginning, the end.
It's the Ambrose Asylum match.
Or like. In theory, couldn't it be like Clockwork Orange, House of Fun, but with all 4 walls?
I'm feeling like that too, yes. So
Okay.
so we have that going on. We do have what's his name? Why can't I remember the champion's name? I can't remember either of their names.
Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes
And Braun Breaker.
I like heel Braun actually.
Yeah, he's just gone from Rick Steiner into Scott Steiner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, he has. The more he yells, the more he sounds just like him. Right. So
The numbers don't lie, Sorg.
Numbers don't lie. I wish he did a numbers promo now. So, no, it's gonna be a good show too.
Dijak and Dragunov, Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. They announced.
Yes.
Yeah. The segments from them last week were
tonight were great.
fascinating. I didn't get a chance to watch tonight yet.
They
I
just
will.
fought everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
like all over the like 2 or 3 times.
Okay,
the
that's
locker
a little
room-
more standard.
The
than
locker
what was
room,
going on last
around the
week.
ring.
You're just like, oh, here comes Dijak kind of walking in, and he gets attacked and and then they pull him apart. Oh, we're interviewing Dragunov, and here it comes in the door in the background and right at him in a locker room full of people. And then a big knockdown at the end of the night as well. Outside in the arena, and I think they finally they signed the contract as part of the brawl. Was it?
Dijak signed the contract as part of the brawl, but then Dragunov ended up on him as the show went off. I'm not sure if Dragunov signed too, but Dijak definitely did sign it.
Yeah. So I mean,
I would assume Dragunov did as well, given
I'm loving this. I think that's gonna be a very, very fun match.
What is the reason for the heat? Like, I love it. It's there. Like, I just don't watch NXT. I saw it. Like, I'm into it. But where are they fighting?
I don't know where it started. Honestly, I think it's just
started
two
at
guys.
Spring breaking with Dijak just attacking him, but
There's energy here. I like
Yeah,
it.
because Dijak has been doing this like I'm the Punisher kind of thing and attacking people.
He looks like Cross and Impact, but with hair.
What?
Like he's like
Killer Cross.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's looking like when Killer Cross was with Moose and Aries, but with hair
Okay.
and taller.
Sure.
And I don't know that
Okay.
era.
Yeah.
Mike probably knows that a little better than me.
Sure. All right. Yeah. That's a weird. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Well, just like the presentation.
Okay.
Like it was before he was doing like the crazy Spartan thing in NXT. Like I don't know. Like they didn't know what they were doing with him at Impact at the end. I feel like he just kind of because like then
Well, in Impact, he was kind of just doing what he did in Lucha,
Mm-hmm.
which was like
Are we talking about Cross now?
yes.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. So, anything else from Battleground?
We have Wesley versus Tyler Bate versus Joe Gacy for the North American title.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Apparently, Tyler used to be his friend, and he's not anymore.
Yep. Basically, Tyler, like Joe Gacy, kept saying that Tyler Bate isn't Wesley's friend. He just wants his title. And then Tyler Bate was like, "Well, of course I'd like a title shot. I mean, who wouldn't?"
The most important question I have for this NXT that I don't have an answer for is what's going on with Chase U.
Nothing.
Nothing. How?
Nothing.
How? Come on.
I mean, blame the substitute teacher.
They were like that story was the hottest thing on the pre-show last month. Whenever that was.
I think Andre might be out for a bit.
So they're kind of just stringing this along until he comes
think-
back. They're
I
trying
think
to figure out the next spot.
But we have Gallus versus the Creed brothers for
Mhm.
tag titles, and that's gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that Ivy Nile takes out Joe Coffey. That's all I'm hoping for.
Dragon Lee Noam Dar Heritage Cup match.
Hell yeah, British rounds, baby.
Whoa, thank
British
you.
rounds, baby.
Oh man, I am here for it. Like when I saw that they were doing that, like during the pandemic, I was like, this is. I mean, it's like the Ring of Honor deal with the Pure title, right? Like they had this kind of very
There weren't
rules
rounds,
heavy-
though.
There weren't rounds, but they introduced a new concept or reintroduced a concept that they could build something around during the
Yeah, I mean,
pandemic.
NXT had.
Yeah, but then they
had
screwed up
started
with
this-
the dumb faction warfare they did.
What, NXT?
No, Ring of Honor.
I don't know.
The Pure tournament, yeah, like that's I'm telling you is what they did.
Okay, but still, I think the pure matches are the most fascinating ones when they're done right, right?
I'm not
Like,
arguing
there's
about
a
the
lot to play.
execution of the tournament, but like everything else, like if they didn't have a tournament, what the heck with their post-pandemic programming? I mean, you know.
Sorry, Mike. I think you got stepped on the Zoom.
No, it was just NXT had been doing British rounds before the pandemic, but it really like built up during the pandemic with Noam Dar getting it and everything.
Absolutely. So good stuff there. And then we have AEW.
And I have the card up for it. Are you ready, Sorg?
What is the card for this?
We got 9 matches announced so far.
9 matches on card. I'm gonna have a
Tony
long...
Kahn, there will be 8 more announced.
Sure. I'm here for it. It's going to be a 5 o'clock start, so I'm in for it.
Oh God! All right.
West Coast, baby.
So we got.
You got it. By the way, love shows on the West Coast when you're like done by 9 o'clock. It was like, oh, okay. So, anyways,
we'll bully for use. Excuse me. So we got Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match.
Okay.
And we have, oh my God, this is actually on the pay-per-view, Jesus. Ethan Page and the Guns versus Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Brother Zay.
For Ethan Page's contract.
Yes, for Ethan Page's contract. Can we fucking stop with this?
I was kind of surprised it's still going.
Like, even Jeff Hardy said, can we fucking stop with this? He said it on TV.
Yeah, everybody's like, I want to be done with this story, and then we're like, but we're having another match for your contract, buddy.
I hope the Hardys lose.
We're just done with it.
Yes, I hope the Hardys lose. I hope Jeff just retires because.
No, they're going to get a title run.
If he loses his title, does he get murdered by Karate Man again?
I would love that.
You mean his contract?
Oh yeah, if he loses his contract, does he get murdered by Karate Man? Is that how he gets
I am so sad Karate Man didn't make an appearance at the firm deletion. I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
The whole firm deletion was a missed opportunity.
It was. I heard. I was talking to somebody who apparently was on premises for that, and they said it was very rainy and it was very, very ugly. So, which actually that makes sense why they did so much stuff inside the compound.
But you know what? Then do more fun stuff.
Well, I would listen. Dude, you can plan things, but if you show up and everything's shit, you got to make with what you have.
Then you adjust.
Yeah, you adjust, and then you saw the adjustment, and it didn't turn out as well.
It was shitty.
Jesus, shitty. Well, it was just okay.
It was shitty.
It was okay.
It was
okay. Listen, I've been part of plenty of shows that turned out not the way that we hope they have been, that they would have been, because of listen. When you actually work on production and live, and we have this much time to do a thing, it wasn't live. No. But even pre-taped, showed up. Like how many venues I've showed up to that was like does not have internet that is usable, does not have outlets that are accessible,
that's not what we're talking about.
No, but
they have money. They have lots of money.
Yeah,
money can't make outlets appear.
Money does not add time. Okay, money does not control the weather. Okay,
it can.
The money does not.
Cobra.
The money does not change scheduling conflicts in most cases at this level.
Scheduling conflicts? They don't do house shows.
You don't know what all these people involved have outside of this. Okay, not everybody in AEW does only AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So you don't know the factors that led to this. I do know that there were weather issues.
All right, let's move on to this.
Well, wait. You're telling me to move on for a change?
Yeah.
What is happening tonight?
We're going nowhere.
You're telling me we're going nowhere?
Yeah.
Man, Mike must have gotten really self-aware in the last week.
No, definitely not. I just want to continue with the rest of it.
All right. Rest of this 10, 12, 15 match card.
Sure. So
you got your money's worth at least.
Arguable. You got Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie.
Okay.
I'm there for that one.
Sure.
Jade needs to lose. It's tired.
This is one of the places where she absolutely could be.
I
But,
mean,
like,
Taya sounds like the best
already
opponent
gone
she's
through
had
about-
for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it needs to happen. It needs to happen because now, spoiler alert, you can't have Mercedes Moné take out Jade Cargill at Forbidden Door.
We'll talk about
Sorry,
Mercedes.
Can't do that.
We'll talk about Mercedes later in the show. But yeah.
Very
so,
sad.
Yeah.
Just injury bug all around the wrestling world. It's really
Yes,
sad.
yes, a lot of New Japan actually. So
And a lot of WWE too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit of injury report later too. What else is happening?
All right, we got Anarchy in the arena, so 4 cameramen watching 4 different fights. Black Bolt.
We just throw up the World War III
By the way, Sword,
multi-screen?
you may be involved in one of those fights. Who knows?
Oh shit.
Yep.
I will be in the arena. Oh no.
And those men bleed. Don't wear anything you don't want blood on.
Listen, man.
So
I need-
Moxley's in the match?
Yes,
Bring a
yes.
poncho.
Okay.
Well, yeah. It's BCC and the Elite
Okay.
And
with
the Elite?
eye patch Hangman. So, but being the Elite is so much more fun with Hangman around again. So okay, all right. Side note: I'm loving that the Hollywood hunk Ryan Nemeth is on the writer's strike picket line, talking with people.
Which is funny because I don't know why wrestling doesn't go with the writer's strike. Like they have writers.
Well, they're not. No, they're not union.
Yeah, that's
They're not- they're
that's
not
a pretty
union writers.
easy thing, actually.
Yeah.
But the
what?
but the
A
writers have to
union
be
in
part of the
wrestling?
union. No,
Yeah.
but the writers have to be part of the union.
But it's not a
every
union.
job.
But it's not a union job.
Okay.
It's not a. It is not a union job.
Yeah,
With professional wrestling.
I'm not I'm not in a union. My company, like, not every company has a union.
Also, does AEW have writers? They have
No,
bookers.
clearly not. Ba-dum-bum.
They have bookers. They don't have writers.
Yeah.
Like
true.
you can tell by the promos. You can, for better and
Sure
worse.
can.
You can tell by the promos. And in NXT, it's usually worse. They're like, oh, you definitely have writers and memorizations. No, yeah. So, and hey, again, if you're like, why am I watching AEW for WWE? That's a good reason too. Is that vibe that I think you get out of the one versus the other. But anyways,
For the AEW Women's Championship, we have Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm.
okay.
I don't know why that Saraya, Britt, Ruby, and Hikaru, I don't know why they're not booked on this show.
Yeah.
It seems odd to me that we're not doing
Why not?
the
Why not a blow off 6 women kind of thing, right? Or like
You
some
would
kind of
think.
stipulation match.
you would think.
I understand that Paige has been battling with a medical issue, an unrelated to other medical issue. So I think that's why she hasn't been in ring as much lately. You know, it's not a neck thing. She's had another. She has another digestive thing or something going on, I think. So that might be part of it too. Maybe they were going to and said, well, we'll just do the women's match and they'll probably be, shenanigan palooza going on
yeah,
there.
I'm sure.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're in Vegas, we have a 21-man blackjack battle royal.
For Orange Cassidy's international championship, this is going to be a wild mess, and
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing with this. I mean, the nice thing is we can do absolutely anything we want with that, I guess.
Sure.
Tina thinks that we're going to lead to blood and guts for the women, so that makes sense. Them not doing something on the pay-per-view to lead into a big Dynamite in a few weeks.
Or Collision.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a decent start
Episode
to
1
Collision.
Collision. I mean,
Still
who
too many shows.
Yeah, but that's a whole other conversation. But we're just talking about one show right now.
knows?
So, anyways,
The only people announced for the Battle Royal so far are the freshly squeezed one himself, Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and QT Marshall.
okay.
So, yeah.
I'm sure that'll fill out this week. So,
I'm
it's
sure,
gonna be
we'll
everywhere.
probably see someone random like.
I don't think it's gonna be international unless you have Serpentico as part of this.
I'm not saying international. I'm just saying it's gonna be random.
Yes, random and international. So there must be a Serpentico.
Wow. It's gonna be everyone who doesn't get work now because there's no dark or dark.
By the way, speaking of Serpentico taking on Claudio this week in a Proving Grounds match.
Jesus.
I can't wait to
Alright.
see how many times he swings him.
Okay, so what match is gonna be shorter, that one or Gunther versus Ali?
I don't. Oh,
It's essentially the same match.
Oh man,
It's essentially the same match. I don't like
Oh,
saying
you're
it, but
hurting me. You're hurting me with that.
It's essentially the same match.
Ugh. Okay.
We have a ladder match for the TNT Championship.
Oh.
Mr. Delow, first name Warr,
Mm-hmm.
versus Christian Cage
Mm-hmm.
with Luchasaurus.
Yes.
And Wardlow is seconded by Arn Anderson. I think he might want better backup. By the way, Sorg, you also may want to duck in case Arn has his Glock.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
in case.
Okay.
It's Nevada. I don't know their open carry policy there.
I think it was just a ruling on that. Anyways, it's a desert. Who knows? It's pretty
I'm
much
just
outlaw
saying,
town.
what happens in Vegas stays there sometimes. Especially if there's bullets. Anyway, for the World Tag Team Championship, we have FTR versus these fuckers better not win. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, with Mark Briscoe as the special ref.
Huh.
And Karen Jarrett has popped up.
TNA, TNA, TNA.
Did they give her a mic?
No, she was just
Not
kind of
yet.
out there, I think.
Oh, they
So
will.
They
Just
will
wait.
eventually.
By the way, Sorg. All right. I'm going to speak this into the ether so that it does not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal win this, the next tag team that they may have to go up against is Matt and Jeff Hardy,
Oh, jeez.
and then we may get Karen Jarrett against Reby Hardy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want that. I really don't.
It sounds like we need a date with fate, part 2,
I'm speaking it into the ether.
intergender variation.
I really don't want it. Anyway, so there's that, and then we have the main event of the evening, the Pillars match, which no one but MJF isn't going to win. MJF, Sammy, Jack Perry, and Darby Allin. So yeah, that's your show so far.
That's the show. I think it'll be a fun show.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It better
It'll
be
be fine.
good. I'm going. So that'll be fun.
I hope it's good for your sake. So.
Mm-hmm. I'll be good. I don't know. It might be a drinking night. So
In Vegas, alcohol? I don't know. if they
yeah, we'll
allow
see.
that
We'll
there.
see. You know, drinking in the desert is always great. I don't know what's the weather. What's the weather in Vegas? This
Tina
week?
said, "Don't you dare speak that evil in the world." I already did.
And it's out there. All right, we're going to talk about a little bit of New Japan here later, including the big news with Willow. I might have been in the room. With Mike, stars of Mandalorian.
Wow.
Did you see that post?
No,
No.
no. I sorry, I haven't been seeing anything. I've been packing this whole weekend.
Oh, with similar situations. We're lucky we're here and have some kind of idea of what's going on, to be quite honest. Anywho, okay, somebody else is catching up. Anyways, hey guys, if you want to see even more wrestling, maybe you don't want to watch the Rumble in the Desert this weekend, you can go to IndyWrestling.us, IndyWrestling.network. There is actually free shows. We got 880's T2T Wrestling Academy Thursday night fights going on here. Coming up on this Thursday on the IndyWrestling.us network for free, as well as the YouTube and the where else? The Twitch page for IndyWrestling.us. Friday night, there's Family Ties, and also we'll talk about some of those shows here in a little bit. And of course, not live, but we will be filming for release on VOD. Revenge Pros in Erie Takeoff in their new venue that they've got lined up.
The
there. So looking
Erie
forward to that.
Sports Center.
The Erie Sports Center. There you go. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. But so much great stuff going on over there. Catch up with the latest RWA, the latest Rise Wrestling recently released, and catch up on VCW and 2PW before their upcoming shows as well. So IndyWrestling.network, IndyWrestling.us, and of course you can follow IndyWrestling.us and subscribe to the Ringside membership for brand new shows. And please also check out Spotlight Slam on Fight TV and YouTube, featuring some of our partner promotions on there for free. So check it out, IndyWrestling.us, and sign up for the newsletter so you know what's going on. Reminder to self, I need to do the newsletter. Ref George Ross, you've been traveling about as much as I have lately.
Yes, sir.
And I understand that you recently did a show in a strip club in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yes, it was on Sunday. It was called the...
That's my favorite sentence today.
Yes, the Vegas Strip Gentlemen's Club in Battle Creek, Michigan for a company called Lethal Lucha.
Okay.
Yes, unfortunately, it was called Return of the Beast. Dan Severn was supposed to be the special commissioner, and Dan Severn could not make it.
Oh.
Same as the opponent for Congo Kong. It was supposed to be Congo Kong against Russ Jones, and Russ Jones was not able to make it. So it was just,
This is a specially cursed show, apparently.
But at the same time, it was a blast. I booked the show basically for the story. It was amazing. I'd love to go back because I had that much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excellent. So is this your first time you've done a wrestling show in a strip club?
That was the whole point. Quite literally, no. Literally, about 2 months ago, they had done the last one. Congo Kong worked a match with Jamal King, and there were some photos the next day of Congo on a stripper pole, and I was like, yeah, book me for the show, immediately. Literally. I wish I was lying. That's literally how it went.
I'm very sad there was somebody that was floating the idea of working with a strip club relatively locally. That didn't pan out.
Oh, you mean the one that was supposed to be done in Monongah?
I don't know where. Nobody ever told me.
There was supposed to be an RSW show with the Little Vegas Strip Bar, which is one of their best partners, but they canceled that one, so I had to go elsewhere to find my to get my gimmick.
To get your gimmick.
Yeah.
So what you call it when you go to the strip club? You get your gimmick on.
I mean, there were no dancers there. The club doesn't open until 6.
Wait, when was the show?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 p.m. Yeah.
Was there at least a good buffet?
No. No, but there was catering in the back.
Jeez.
That was not just a Sheetz sandwich tray, or a Subway sandwich tray. Yeah.
A strip club in Battle Creek, was RVD there?
No.
I don't think he lives.
It sounds like that. He's born there.
I mean, yeah, I know, but
I would assume a wrestling show in a strip club in Battle Creek, Michigan. He might just be there on accident.
I don't think he lives there anymore. I'm pretty sure he lives in LA or something.
For the next one, they're advertising Congo Kong versus O'Shea Edwards.
Shit.
Exactly.
Okay,
that is a hoss fight for the
right,
ages anybody would want to see. And Jessica Havoc against Davison Sarai for possibly for a women's title. I'm not sure all the details on that one. But that was just the end of the weekend, Sorg. There was plenty of good stuff that was involved.
What else you got going on?
Well, we had done Horror Slam versus GCW 4 on Friday, on top of the Warr 20th Anniversary Hall of Fame 11 on Saturday, and that was, all prefaced with the Thursday Night Fight stream. So anywhere and everywhere.
And that was I only got to watch part of it because I was involved with my own not unfortunate. I was my own productions that night. But I understand the Zeke Mercer versus MV Young had a lot of praise.
Banger, yeah, very good.
We'll have to pull that.
I've gone back and watched it about 3 times. I enjoyed the match a lot.
Really, that good?
Well, you got to understand this was and I know they've done it a few times in the year. This is my first time getting to actually ref one of them. So of course I'll say that one was really good because it's the one I did.
Of course,
very
as you would.
Very good match though, by anybody's standard. And it wasn't it wasn't even the main event.
I love it.
Very very good.
What else is going on? You've been doing any deathmatch? You're our deathmatch guy.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on in deathmatch world?
Well, Horror Slam versus GCW before we had plenty of death matches. Triple threat with Chuck Stein, Jimmy Lloyd, and Dale Patricks. XPW King of the Deathmatch title was defended again. Schlack against the Carnivore Remington Roar. Schlack successfully retained. Then DBA, the most dangerous man in Michigan, and member of the Monroe family dynasty.
DBA.
Yes,
He's the man. I'm going over here talking to. I love this moment where I'm just talking with Soul Taker, and then I look up and a man is on fire in the ring, in a relatively small venue. So, because I think he
flaming elbow drop.
Flaming elbow drop.
Mm-hmm.
He lights his own elbow on fire to deliver an elbow drop. Detroit's fucking wild, guys.
Yeah, so DBA successfully defended the Horror Slam Deathmatch title against Satu Jin of the Rejects. They've had a little program going on since January, for the Friday the 13th tournament. And then in the main event, John Wayne Murdoch successfully upended the 20-month title reign of MM3 and is now the new Horror Slam heavyweight champion after some help from Satu. So, but yeah, even with another show going on like down the road, still did about 300 people, and not to mention Congo Kong took on Ace Evans, Shane Mercer in a first-time match against Adam Wick. Just lots of good stuff on the card. Chinstrap Jesus Kyle Barrett against Jordan Oliver. Yeah, just.
And is this stuff? Are they online with these guys?
A lot of this stuff you'll be able to find at our mutual friend Hard Cam Frio's YouTube page.
Yes.
All 9 matches of the card are uploaded if anybody would like to check it out.
I've been actually considering hitting up our friend Hard Cam Frio. I've worked with him at Warrior Wrestling a couple times, and I was like, I don't know, can I bring Hard Cam Frio to a corporate event? To film, or is he going to be sad that there's no broken glass and blood there? I don't know. So no, Harcam Frio's got a like that dude is like, for all the promotions that don't have video production, this kid just shows up and films it. Right, like
yeah.
I mean, that's the deal, right? He's kind of like the Detroit deathmatch wrestling with unicorns. It seems.
In a sense, yeah, it's not a bad way to put it. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, because like he was at some show I was at, like one of those Horror Slam matches, the Horror Slam show I went to. I think there's like footage that popped up there. And I remember like I seen like somebody going around with a camera, and I can't remember if I had worked with him at this point or not. And I think it ended up being him. But yeah, they got a great look it up on YouTube, and you'll basically see Detroit deathmatch wrestling.
Well, and then eventually, like the Warr 20th anniversary will make it online too. But we did over 800 people.
Nice
for that one,
and they're just throwing them on YouTube.
Yeah, they'll be that's not what that one won't be up yet. That'll probably be up in a few weeks. But it'll be the whole full show will be uploaded like as one file.
Okay.
But yeah, main event ended up being Mojo McQueen, Jock Sampson, with the ownership of the company for at stake.
Mojo McQueen wrestled across the street here at that Lucha show.
Yeah, the Voodoo King himself. Yes.
I think that's the only time I've seen him.
Yeah, and
maybe.
Unfortunately, I had a bit of a dubious end to my night in the cage. But,
no.
Everything else was fine.
Nobody dies in a ring like Ref George, that's for sure. So Too Tough Tony lit his fist on fire. That is true. I've seen Too Tough Tony a few times.
DBA is able to get rid of his elbow doesn't have to catch on fire, and need someone else to put him out, like when Joey Janela tried to super kick that guy or whatever. But no, I've seen DBA deliver this elbow drop numerous times. I've never seen him actually catch on fire from it.
I know it's different clicks and stuff, but I really wish, and you see a lot of them, but I wish and maybe again I haven't been there for a couple years. I wish the Gathering of the Juggalos had more of that Detroit legend talent, like a DBA, like an MMM3, things like that. So, but again, I know, it's probably like everything around here is probably all clicky, and they're just not in that cycle with, supposedly Rude Boy probably still booking. I don't know who's going to be doing that at the Gathering this year. So,
Rude Boy just ran a show a few weeks ago in Saginaw.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did a few festivals. There was a festival gimmick in Saginaw for International Big Time.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did a festival in Saginaw, and they did another one in, I want to say at the L Club.
Okay.
Again, yeah.
Okay.
But
is that the one down?
That was the one in Southwest. Yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah, I was
Southwest Del Rey, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have I had to make another one. It would have missed the pre-show meeting. It would have been cool to do both. So it just didn't work out. But
oh man, it is another. I'm sad. Sadly, I have not had a lot of extra time on these trips up to Detroit. Although there is a Oh man, where was the one date came up? I think there's a Portland show I'm looking at potentially next Saturday. While I'm out there, I'm hoping I have time for it. Before I hit my red eye. But no, I don't know. I have a week out there in June. I'm hoping to find something like on a Friday night or something.
No, in Michigan?
If I'm not going nuts, yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'll help you.
You'll help me out? You'll help me out. All right, I'll send you my calendar. So let you know. It will depend on how things are going because I don't know.
Yes.
Everything is stacked right now. Great stuff happening there. Myself, I'm going to be heading up to Revenge Pro up in Erie, Pennsylvania. I believe you're there as well.
Yes. I'm everywhere and everywhere.
You're following me everywhere.
Yes.
You're doing the show that I can't do because I won't be there for VCW's Memorial Mayhem, which is not going to be by the pool because they closed the pool. They threw all the wrestlers in the pool and then they closed the pool. What does that tell you? Okay.
The show will still be at the usual venue at the Bishop Donahue gym.
Yes.
Still free show, by the way, despite the heinous efforts of the West Virginia Athletic Commission's representative, David Lawless, Esquire.
So they did cancel the one for the next weekend. But we will be filming that in some fashion, and probably probably well past Memorial Day, but we'll probably be looking to put that up for free on YouTube for the VCW show.
Should we hype Revenge now or wait for the next segment?
Let's say Revenge. No, next segment we're doing something else. I just want to throw this out because this isn't anything live or anything, but they'll be on VOD shortly after. But Revenge is got like I said, a new venue. Looks like it's a lot roomier than the ballroom that we were at downtown. But a face that popped up here. I remember. I think I was going. We were going back and forth with the Twitter account. Channing Decker is a part of this.
Yes, Channing, and not only that, it's going to be the very first international title defense in Revenge Pro history.
Oh,
Channing Decker's bringing down the Greektown heavyweight title, and he's defending it against Andrew Palace.
And of course, Friends Friends like main event, the Wardlow have gone up to Greektown before.
Yes.
I believe the Toronto area, right?
Yes, and they do I think their next loop also has a date in London as well, London, Ontario. But yeah, it seems like anytime they run, they do about 2, 3, 4 show loops, and that'd be something I'd love to be a part of.
Nice. Channing Decker, as I said, I think I said on Twitter or somewhere or Facebook maybe, I was like, last time I saw him, he was in a fraternity or something.
Well, look, you didn't see that iconic shot of him and RVD and Ross Draver where he had the Lemieux jersey. It was awesome.
No.
Oh yeah, no, it had to be right before the bell rang before the match with RVD. It was really cool. It's a great shot. I think Paige Watchie might have grabbed it. Because it's epic. Like people in Detroit were showing it to me. It was really cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Not only that, let's see, we'll have some tag team action. Money Shots taking on the Gambino brothers. I'm not sure if that's a first time matchup.
I think it is.
You want to talk about the standard of the that could be a passing of the torch tag team matchup.
Let's say Gambino's doing a big run. They're doing a best in Pittsburgh run at RWA.
Big recent win over Warhorse. Don't forget that.
Just happened at
RWA down in West Newton. Yes,
No Retreat is the last show. And then we got Colin Delaney and John McChesney
for the Revenge Pro heavyweight title.
Yes, a lot of history. A lot of, I don't know, one-on-one history and probably there's other background history.
I want to say I've seen this. I think I saw this match maybe about 13 or 14 years ago.
No
IWC.
way.
Yes, no, because I remember.
Oh, we did.
I distinctly remember a promo where McChesney was cutting a promo about a show where he'd gone to in Erie, where he'd gotten a call about a spot for enhancement, I'm not sure if it was a trial match or whatever, but he had gotten there, and I guess they told him they didn't have the spot because it went to Delaney. So there is a lot of history here because, they both are for Erie and Buffalo, right? So that's probably the equivalent of Pittsburgh and Cleveland in terms of your wrestling territories where you work, right? So Colin's a ring general. John, everybody knows what John can do. So this will be a main event worthy of any card anywhere.
I'm trying to find that match because if it's an IWC one, it's definitely on YouTube.
Because Colin's, everybody knows Colin's history. He was former signed talent, and he hasn't slowed down at all. His tag team matches with Cheech are phenomenal. But yeah, anybody should look forward to that one. There'll be a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah, absolutely. Some really good stuff there. So look out for all of that.
Oh, and don't forget about the six-way ladder match as well. The 6-way ladder match, I believe winner gets a title shot.
Nice.
Yes.
So, I want to find that match now. So
I know I swear that happened.
Somewhere, right? It's somewhere out here. Anyways, so some good stuff going on. IndyWrestling.us. You're keeping it pretty Pennsylvania / West Virginia this weekend. So
yeah, and for most of the next month and a half as well.
God
basically,
bless.
yes.
God bless. It's not happening on this side. I think I have a trip every weekend at this point, and actually, I'm
where do you think I was doing for the last 6?
I know, right? Well, and then I'm gone for 2 weeks straight.
Exactly.
So we'll see how this goes. Anyways, so yeah, definitely, I'm looking for stuff in Michigan because that's I'm going to be bored. Check it out, IndyWrestling.us for a lot of the shows we mentioned, and look it up. Look up our friend, like I said, Hardcam Frio. Look up our friends Revenge Pro. If you're up for making the trek up to Erie, those shows are worth the trip. They're a really nice showcase of talent across the tri-state area up there. So like international tri-state / international area with the Canadians.
Past few shows alone, we've had they had Shane Taylor in November. Last show, Ricky Shane Page was there. So you never know who might pop in for a revenge show.
Wardlow popped in a few months ago.
And yes.
So those are the shows there. Thanks to them, I know who what Kevin Blackwood is.
Don't forget about Puff.
Daniel Garcia, that now everybody knows. Of course, Puff. That's the outlet to see the New York Buffalo crew, and of course a lot of the Cleveland crew comes in there. Of course, we see a lot of it down in New Ken with 880 Wrestling. So a lot of good stuff there. Well, anyways, give a shout out to our friends. Moving on here, Slice on Broadway, New York City style. Yins are made. 5 locations in the greater Pittsburgh area. Please go check out them. Thank them for supporting our show at sliceonbroadway.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about a little bit of New Japan because there's some big news coming out of there and Los Angeles, where I may have been around for. We'll be right back.
The Shadow Man Elijah, and of course, Project X. Most dangerous individuals I've seen in RWA in a long, long time. Project Society are about to have their hands full with these 2 legends. We have not seen Brandon Cate in an RWA ring since 2011. Right where he wants him, maybe flying body press maneuver. Here comes Dean, takes him out, and oh my goodness, has him up.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
See?
Kick by Shadow Man to the knee. Down, and here comes Elijah. Train kept her rolling. Picks him up and oh my God! Has the PDT. Death Valley. Death Valley.
Ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
Project X was robbed.
And you ended up on your ass because you're nothing more than a goddamn loser!
Oh boy. Oh God! All the credit in the world to Project X and Elijah.
From deepest, darkest Africa.
I don't know a lot about Papa Dingo, and Papa Dingo doesn't know a lot about personal space. You heard the eruption. Absolutely beloved. How often do you see a local legend?
And we're going to start things out on the floor here. Very dangerous here. And Beastman, oh my God! Oh my God, God! Oh my God, oh Jesus!
The distinct yellow, don't do this. He alley-ooped the table! Well, they were on the outside. At least now we're in a place that this match can end. This is how you get an earthquake.
Oh my God! Oh wait. Papa Dingo with a lick to beat.
They fought, and they liked it.
Oh my God.
I feel like he just licked me.
Four-time ECW heavyweight champion, a man who revolutionized the professional wrestling business.
It was an obvious choice that had to go to Damian Chambers.
Again.
This is a match that is athleticism versus experience. If I had you in my back pocket 20 years ago, if I was maybe taken off guard by Damian Chambers.
Talk about ego. Ooh. But Douglas, ooh.
I'm not going to touch that one. Freaks and weirdos here in McMecken, West
Ooh.
Virginia.
Douglas going low, and again, Shane Douglas staying right on top of Damian here in the corner.
Knows that.
Chambers with a big running forearm.
Of the franchise, Shane Douglas ripcord.
On our official. Douglas, Chambers ducks a shot. Douglas is shocked. I'm shocked.
Hey, wait a second.
Madman Fulton.
He's not scheduled to be here today.
And we are back, Wrestling Mayhem show here with referee George Ross.
Boom.
And Mad Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, I'm the Sorg. I don't know why I have to reintroduce everybody in case you dropped in. Is that so weird on podcast? But I guess live you may have just dropped in.
Well, Sorg, we did used to be a two-parter.
We did used to be a two-parter back when we thought I had at least one person that burned the show on CDs to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'm sure someone listens to this on Laserdisc.
About the time of the Revengeance 5 show that had the John McChesney versus Colin Delaney from 2008. Oh, here's a recap video, but where's the show itself? Oh no, we'll have to keep looking for that. That
was when Norm Connors was still promoting.
Norm Connors. By the way, I don't know. Have I said this out loud? You know, I've mentioned that Jason Gorey is the reason that I discovered local independent wrestling.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it was at a dope show, and he said you should come out. He knew me from the Juggalo stuff.
Ah,
but it's Norm.
That tracks.
Yeah, right. Well, he's at a dope show, and he's wearing a Shaggy 2 Dope fuck off shirt. But it's Norm Connors. I was thinking about this. It's Norm Connors that I have to thank for getting me into the business side of things, which begot basically everything, including, not to brag, but I was behind the scenes at the New Japan pay-per-view this Sunday.
You got to pick that name up. So
this is just a thing that I did, and it's a fact. Okay, it's my work. Okay, No, I was invited to it's the first time I guess I technically did graphics at WrestleCon. But it's the first time I've been invited, and I've been sending Missy instead, actually. So, but no, it was the first time I got to kind of work the main show technical director position this weekend, since their new regular person was not available. So, but don't mind being a reserve. But no, it was at the Pyramid. It was the Resurgence show this past weekend. I know a lot of people were talking about, including the biggest thing, in a fun show, great show. Definitely recommend it. It is only a pay-per-view on New Japan World right now, so you're gonna have to go there. It is last I saw, 22.30 is what it turns out to in the translation. In dollars, if you want to go check out that pay-per-view. But of course, a lot of clips online for things from the show. The biggest thing was they were crowning a New Japan Wrestling Strong women's champion. I've missed the last couple years. I don't even know where the New Japan Women's Championship went. I know
Mercedes lost it back.
Is it back to Kyrie?
I don't believe so. Let me check. I
feel like I should know this since I just worked one of the shows, but trying to catch up as much as we can. But I'm sure it's on their website. But yeah, so they had a big they had a tournament, and I want to get the names right here from this. Mayu Iwatani.
She lost.
According to Tina.
So,
yes, I'm doing things. Yes, I'm doing things. But the tournament was fantastic for this thing. There, because you kind of looked at it, and I feel like the smart wrestling fan would have been like, oh, this is going to be a Willow and Mercedes in the end, right?
And it's a belt created for Mercedes.
Well, that's the line, right?
If New Japan wanted a female presence in the U.S. and you can get Mercedes, you get Mercedes.
And what better way to start like the division and the face of division with that championship?
And what better belt to go to bust through a forbidden door?
Sounds like a great plan. We don't know if that was the plan.
We do not know. No, we don't know.
We do not know.
She could have done something with the New Japan Impact show in August. That's
Either way, there is a lot of New Japan has been trying to make these inroads into America. There's been a lot of kind of trips in that process, right? Absolutely. And one of the big things, the San Jose show was a killer show. Again, another big showing with you want to call her Sasha, Mercedes. And then the other big thing was, I want to get her name, Steph Vakur was Mercedes' opponent in the first round. Follow this one. She was amazing. There's that conversation of, this is how you make somebody who's not winning the match. I was really, really impressed. I was like, oh, we're just going to see Mercedes and Willow kind of roll over some people. And even, Willow's opponent, Mamo Kogo, help me with pronunciations, Tina.
Kogo.
That was a banger as well, and of course, great. The biggest thing, the swell at this is going to be one of those things that much like Will Ospreay winning the Warrior Championship last year, and those moments. This is one of those things that's going to be in my top 5 moments for a very, very long time. Is sitting there on the Switch, being left to my own devices with some killer video guys that were with us on the New Japan show. I know they worked with a lot of different promotions. And it was great to meet and work with all those guys this past Sunday. But that, if you get a chance to see the pay-per-view, those first few minutes where it's just Willow and Mercedes, it is the main event of a New Japan show. And even more so, a New Japan show that is, exclusively pay-per-viewing on New Japan World. This is probably the purest New Japan show you could probably get here. And just the crowd was just, it was that Rock and Hulk Hogan moment at WrestleMania, where it's just everybody's spilling and they're looking around and they're reacting to everything, and we're getting the crowd moments and everything. It was really, really, really special. Unfortunately, did not end as planned. Of course, Mercedes with a big injury saw her come off the come off the top rope, and which led to definitely an ankle injury. All that I know, I've heard it third party. Dave Meltzer's talking about it. It's all over the news. Everybody but actually talking to somebody that's definitely in the know. It looks like this was an audible. It was Mercedes' belt, and Willow with a emotional promo in ring afterwards, because that was for real.
It was raw.
It was actually raw because it was it was an audible, and she was not supposed to be standing there. And despite it happening for a horrible reason, great that Willow. My entire feed was all about Willow for the next day.
Yeah,
it was
Willow should have been the
fantastic.
one to beat Jade.
Absolutely.
I said it on Twitter. I'll say it here.
Sure.
Willow should have been the one to beat Jade, and I'm so happy that she's actually getting a well-deserved spotlight. And
Absolutely.
I hope Tony Kahn takes advantage.
Absolutely. So
Willow's been over for a while. I mean, go back in at Final Battle 21. The crowd started to turn on Roxy because they wanted Willow to win.
They want Willow. So I did invite on, and unfortunately she was already preoccupied with another recording. Emily Fear I wanted to have on for this because I know with her beat and everything, with women's wrestling and everything, I thought it would be great to have her perspective on things. But she did send an email to goodtimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com. So I will read that. And I actually wanted to start with this, and we kind of got into it because my memory berries started going. I got the Wrestle Chills, guys. It was the Wrestle Chills. It was very, very cool. Hello, Mayhem Show, says Emily. Your friendly neighborhood wrestling librarian, body curator, Fear here with a few thoughts on the New Japan.
No, Sorg. That is booty. Curator.
Booty. What'd I say? Booty curator.
You said body.
Booty. Oh, I'm sorry.
Specifically.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. Hold on. Let me take another
curator.
drink of coffee.
I believe
And
she
here we go.
aspires to the Dewey Dadass system.
Yes. But here's a few thoughts on the New Japan Strong Women's title win. I unfortunately didn't catch the entire tournament, just the last round between Mercedes and Willow. Anyone could have figured it was going to be these two in the final, so no surprises there. What did come as a surprise to me was the genuine parody of crowd response to both wrestlers. Mercedes is undeniable in her star power, but you know what? So is Willow. It's been clear since her first non-contracted appearance on AEW. Watch those early appearances again. See the crowds, many of whom would not be that familiar with her work and Beyond and Elsewhere, immediately get behind this bubbly, energetic powerhouse with a golden smile that wrestles like Dr. Death. Wow, that's the greatest description. That should be her Twitter bio.
It's kind of weird seeing Mercedes and Willow because it's kind of like an Elseworld Sasha versus Bayley.
By the way, she gave her a monster pounce, like the Mercedes Sasha death drops, were happening the whole match. It was wonderful. Anyways, back to the email. There are wrestling fans still scratching their heads about what Mercedes is doing in New Japan versus other major companies, because they apparently don't realize that New Japan is a major international promotion with a rich parent company that can pay top dollar for the former WWE superstar to become the female face of the U.S. brand. Well, almost the female face of the U.S. brand, an ankle injury mid-match caused a swerve not just for the outcome of the match, but in the whole plan for the women's division for New Japan Strong. A title created for Mercedes Moné, a title now occupied by her opponent, Willow Nightingale. An audible is called, the finish changed, and boom, just like that, fate takes the wheel in wrestling yet again. By far isn't the first time, and definitely won't be the last. And yet there's going to be folks on the internet who claim that this title is over before it even really got started because the person intended to win is now laid up with a significant injury. They're going to say Mercedes is the only wrestler who can draw in that position. These people were not paying attention when Willow made her entrance for the final match. These people were not paying attention when she was able to garner steam in AEW after a sporadic set of appearances despite not being officially contracted member of the roster. The question isn't Willow's ability to draw. The question is New Japan Strong's ability to build consistent booking vision for this new women's division. Should they invest in Willow as a champion, at least while Mercedes is out on injury, they will have a rare women's wrestling babyface that is both charisma magnet and unstoppable powerhouse. It doesn't matter if there are people out there who don't believe in Willow, so long as New Japan Strong can believe in her, and more importantly, in creating a women's division that's worth her. Sincerely yours, in Graps and Glutes and Fear. Sent from my iPad. I don't think I was supposed to read that last part.
Would you like just like, so granted, like, just from the email, the initial reaction I get, having not watched the match, I'm getting a parallel of like 2003 in the Asylum when they decided to give Chris Harris that little push against Jeff Jarrett. They should have had him win, but he didn't. It sounds like what might have happened if Chris Harris did get the strap.
I mean, it's kind of similar to when we had Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the Universal title the first time.
Go ahead.
And Balor won it and got injured in that match.
Mm-hmm.
And then if Balor didn't get injured in that match, who knows if Kevin Owens actually ever becomes Universal Champion? Because that led to the whole stuff with him and Jericho and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if Balor doesn't get injured in that match, who the fuck knows what happens?
And it's
to Kevin
what
Owens.
happens with that afterwards, right? Now, I do have questions. Like, I do find myself concerned, and I've been concerned with this since the beginning of the New Japan women's thing. And right now they're in setup mode, right? Like, everything's going to be about the title because there's nothing but the title to talk about, right? So and you'll see what happens as they roll out their New Japan Strong episodes and everything, where a lot of this is going to happen. Is something significant going to happen? They just announced an Independence Day New Japan Strong show in Japan at Kurikan Hall, which is going to feature a lot of the American talent that, like your Fred Rossers, Tom Lawlers, things like that, who've been making tours over there but have not been consistent, and they're more New Japan Strong talent than being New Japan at large. So there's that distinction as well. Is there going to be more focus on this? Because characters like New Japan has no history to speak of in women's wrestling. So this is new to the people in that company, if that makes sense. And it seems like that shouldn't be a factor, but I feel like something with that such a male-dominant lineage just in 2022-23 getting into women's wrestling, like that is going to be a factor. They can't just show up and have 5 women's matches on a show because they don't have a roster. What does that look like? It's going to be a showcase roster like we had here. We had CMLL talent. We had I don't know who Congo's.
She works for Stardom.
She's just yeah, it was probably
primarily Stardom.
So, yeah, and then of course Willow being, I think she was labeled as an AEW. Actually, oh wait, I got my run sheet right here. Because it's got everybody's factions on it, right? Yeah, they list Willow as AEW ROH officially. Mercedes is a free agent, but I guess she's not with a faction of any kind of sort. So,
well, she's with New Japan, but
she's with New Japan, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's free there. So, which I think these are on the graphics, so I don't think I'm revealing anything. And it's the part that's in English, so really interested in how these are labeled though. And again, these all show up on the graphics and stuff. Like like Shota doesn't have. They just is under New Japan. I guess he doesn't have a faction. So, but I guess there's a few of those. Hikuleo still under Guerrillas of Destiny. Interesting. Anyways, but I also want to point out, I love this with New Japan. They do not list. They don't. You're not going to see winners on here. And if there's a match that's supposed to be a mystery, production doesn't get it. So I think I've talked about it on here.
That's interesting.
Like the New Japan, the New Year's Dash shows and things like that. Like you get a sheet like this that has a bunch of question marks on it. There's a singles match. There's a tag match, and they did the same thing at. It's floating around the studio here. The one for the night before the Rumble for Halloween weekend, it was also a mystery show that ended up in that ridiculous 7-on-6 Survivor Series style match with like Moxley and God knows who else, and Lawler and Bullet Club and Jay White, and like it was ridiculous, right? All question marks. So they're really good about keeping the secrets out there. So, but anyways, good stuff. Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, definitely recommend that match when that comes up. And this show should pop up if you're a New Japan World subscriber. They'll have the show up probably in about a month, I think, is my understanding. And also things like the DC show from last month matches are starting to show up on their New Japan Strong programming, so you can catch up on that. I believe there were a couple matches for the buy-in that was, I believe, on World. So definitely worthwhile. Kenta Hikuleo was a really interesting match. I think they can change title, or maybe there's a stipulation I wasn't entirely understanding, but Kenta won the Strong Championship by countout. Maybe that's just a general New Japan rule on something like this, but or Strong or something. It's a Strong Openweight Championship. So.
Oh yeah, no. So like I was watching some old Impact. It was they were explaining that title can change hands on disqualification and countout.
Okay, so that's a thing. Cause
the only reason I know, trust me, I didn't watch a New Japan episode to find this out. So I had the reason I know is because like in the past 2 weeks, I think I saw a match with Kenta in it.
Okay.
And they had brought it up.
Okay.
Like I think he defended the belt against somebody on. It was it was the Multiverse United show against Suzuki.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like Kenta's been playing this, right? Like he's been playing with the rules, right? Like things like the disqualifications and things like that, right? Because I think there was something where he
did try to in the match with Suzuki. He did try to win by countout.
So yeah, it's been and of course the big news from that match, Kenta wins the belt, and Eddie Kingston is coming up to challenge him. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Those two are going to kill each other.
Oh yeah, and I really hope it's a show that I'm involved in. No, actually no, I think it's going to happen in Kirken Hall or something. I think about it. So, next American show, to my awareness, is the Philadelphia show. The
in August.
Yeah, in August. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I think they have announced the Impact, another multiverse show that's going to be part of that weekend as well. So there's that, and actually I did see something June 10th. They're doing a showcase show from the dojo. So
that'd be cool.
So New Japan still rolling along, and of course I did watch a little bit of the Super Juniors that's happening right now. Definitely worthwhile. Just drop into that. Don't try to be completionist.
It's too much content. Forget it.
Oh my God, it's too much. Just drop in, see what's going on. Let Kevin Kelly explain to you the situation. I know they just had to change some stuff because there was a big injury over there, and they're like in their. I think Speedball won the A block. So he's in the final, I believe there's A and B blocks. Right?
Usually
so,
2 blocks, and
the winner goes to.
That's how G1 match works. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a G1. I need Matt Carlins here to explain this to me because he's followed this kind of stuff pretty deeply. So, but no, and even watching that, it was really fun. And one of the cool things was the show on Sunday. Like I walked in there and I saw the setup, and it was like, this is just like the setup was just like the Super Juniors, like because it was also kind of like a gymnasium kind of thing, a smaller gymnasium actually than we were in for this show. But it was a good size venue. It was very, very cool. So go check that out, New Japan World, if you want to see that show. And of course, a lot of clips on follow the New Japan America feed, a lot of clips from that show that you can check out too. So I say a lot of very, very, very fun stuff. So, and they do put a lot of that content on their YouTube. I know they've been putting like some old episodes of Strong and things like that, and matches. So you can kind of dip into some New Japan if you're kind of newish to it. So, on that note, guys, what did you learn from wrestling this week? And please let us know in the chat room. Rosser Robinson street fight. Oh, we didn't. I'm sorry. We do have to mention this. Yeah, that was bonkers. And Tony Storm came in and became a part of that match too.
I thought I saw Tony Storm.
Well, I did. Yeah. So.
Well, I guess we have our first challenger for Willow.
There you go. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it, right?
I mean, hell, you can do that on Dynamite.
Maybe
and get some eyes on New Japan Strong.
Or Forbidden Door. That could be a Forbidden Door match.
That could be a Forbidden Door match. I'd actually really like that.
They have Juice listed as Bullet Club /AEW when you look at his stuff. Also
/AEW.
/AEW. Smell me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that show still never misses.
No.
Hasn't missed once.
Nope, not a little bit.
It's got the NXT Takeover clout at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Mike,
I'm gonna say it.
Mike, is AEW your favorite AEW programming?
Oh, far and away. It's not even close.
And he tells me the YouTube stuff doesn't matter. Anyway, so what'd you guys learn from wrestling this week?
Sorg, I learned that I sent you a link in the Slack.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I think the AEW game might be going a smidge too far when it comes to
I saw this picture when they're like, in case anybody was wondering, let's dispel the rumors that blood was taken out of Fight Forever.
Are we gonna show the picture?
I can't. I'm not equipped to show the picture, but I think you've seen it. I mean, it's pretty wild.
It looks like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it does. Listen, but you also know
it's a bit much.
This is not a simulator game like WWE's is. This is based on No Mercy and stuff.
It's No Mercy.
It's
I'm aware
arcade.
of that. Still,
it's
a bit much.
Well,
but see, here's the thing. If that's what the ring looks like, I'm sorry, Hikaru Shida should be drenched in blood, and her face is perfectly clean.
It's a little Mortal Kombat. Okay. Oh, is this your judgment? How do you know that's not? Okay, yeah, I see this here. Okay.
Yeah.
Say, how do you know it's not Abaddon's? Is that supposed to be Rick Knox in the background?
I assume so.
I am excited for this. This is late June. I think we're gonna have some fun. I love the response from this. So this is a finish him gift from Mortal Kombat 2. So
yeah,
listen, it's gonna be over the top. And what is AEW known for is over the top blood in reality.
Sorg, speaking of Mortal Kombat, I also learned one other thing. We are going to be able to kill John Cena.
What?
If the rumor is true, one of the leaked downloadable characters for the next Mortal Kombat game is Peacemaker.
Wait, what?
That's the rumor. Yes. Did you not hear about this?
No.
So the rumored lists are Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and Homelander.
Oh, wait, Homelander?
Homelander.
Does DC own the boys?
No, but it doesn't matter.
Okay,
because they pull in people from anywhere.
Well, also I wonder who produces the boys too, because it might be a Warner Brothers property that they sell it to Prime, to Amazon. It could be. It very well could be. The Ted Lasso is a Warner Brothers thing, right? That's on Apple TV. So yeah, because I say that because Mortal Kombat's owned by Warner Brothers now, right? Warner
and
Brothers
also you're also going to be able to play as Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Listen, with this whole merger situation, no. With this whole merger situation with Warner Brothers Discovery, how is that going to play in Mortal Kombat? I feel like it's the wrong show for us to be talking about this. Are we going to get a Shark Week Mortal Kombat?
Sorg, I actually just logged into my new Max account, which, by the way, the next time we come to you, we will no longer be Wrestling Mayhem Show. We will just be Show.
It can't be Mayhem?
Nope.
That's bullshit.
Nope.
No, there's too many Mayhems.
Because no one comes for the Mayhem. There's not a branding opportunity.
No. Yeah,
we come for the show.
When I'm tired,
so we will be called Show.
When I'm tired after the show, I accidentally type twitter.com/mayhem and forgot to complete show because I think it's going to autocomplete. And I end up with that insurance commercial guy That's the Mr. Mayhem
Oh,
thing.
yes,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
plus
yeah.
plus Warr's got the Mr. Mayhem. Well, where we got that from? So, so, yeah.
Where's our residuals, Wardlow?
Come on,
God.
come on, man. Listen, settle down. He might send armed Anderson after us.
No, he might send them after you.
Oh,
He doesn't
yeah.
know where I am.
He
And plus, guess what? Next week, I'm going to be in a completely different spot.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. He's moving like he's in witness protection from wrestlers.
Mhm.
God, I need to send Jimmy DeMarco your address.
You won't know it, Sorg.
Yeah, I didn't know I had to update my Max app. So.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to download. It's a new app, right?
It's a new app.
I got rid of that thing.
Download the new app. I get it for free with my.
But
my
I will
AT&T,
say-
so.
Well,
I-
I was
it
supposed to get it
has-
for free, and somehow I got charged $15 a month. Go figure.
I don't know if I'm paying for Disney now.
This has 6
I'm
seasons of
honestly not
BattleBots
sure.
on it, so I'm honestly okay.
What's that?
Has six seasons of BattleBots on it. So
Oh, so you're good to go. Okay.
hell yeah.
Does it mean we got more Discovery stuff now?
Yep.
So this is part of it?
Sorg. If for your profile, you can actually pick which shark from Shark Week you want to be your profile.
Oh, apparently I'm Melissa. Oh, we gotta change this. Okay.
Who's Melissa?
Well, oh, Shazam's on here.
Who the fuck is Will?
Melissa is Sorg. That's who.
I'm
her name's on the AT&T account.
It's a bit.
It's a.
It's a bit.
Who's
But
Ty Cross?
Sorg, I also learned one other thing. Wrestling ROM hacks are really awesome. Did you see the thing I posted in the group?
Wrestling what?
ROM hacks.
Oh yes, the Lucha Underground one for No Mercy. It's NC4
Yeah.
No Mercy.
Someone made an entire ROM hack for the Lucha Underground roster with the No Mercy engine, and it is wonderful. It's so good. You can play as Dario fucking Cueto.
Yes.
I've never wanted a Steam Deck more in my life.
Absolutely. Hey, where's all the DC content? Where are the hubs at?
Oh no, hubs are gone, Sword.
Hubs are gone?
Hubs are gone. Looks like
Wait. Brand Spotlight. Oh no, you got Brand Spotlight now. That's what they're called.
it.
What?
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, this is all questionable. So you got like your DC, Wizarding World, Food Network, Discovery, Magnolia Network. Ooh, there you go, Mike. Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I mean this is all. I mean, there's more.
Wait, where do you see the brand? Because I don't see that.
You have those.
Oh,
you have to
Brand
scroll.
Spotlight.
Yeah, you have to scroll like halfway down the
Brand
page to see
Spotlight.
it.
Oh god.
Brand
Oh, this is
Spotlight.
this is terrible.
It's
I don't
just like
this.
Hulu, dude. And we're gonna distinctify Max Originals other than HBO. I didn't know there was a difference. So, and I love that Pennyworth is a Max Original, even though it was on Showtime or Stars or something.
It was on YouTube, wasn't it?
No,
I thought it was on YouTube TV.
Oh, I remember it popped up.
By
on
the
one
way,
of those.
Shazam: Fury of the Gods is on there.
Yes.
Good movie.
Yes. Yes.
Good
Let's talk
movie.
about unicorns sometime. There's a this is out. The Gremlins show is on. Secrets of Mogwai. I'm kind of interested because I'm a big Gremlins fan. Anyways, enough of this. Wait, where were we learning? Did everybody learn stuff? I learned.
Tina. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, Tina learned that we're in the wrestling multiverse. Rayer Wellington was cheered at a wrestling event. He appeared at GCW's Detroit show over the weekend.
He also defeated a 17-year-old world's strongest wrestler who weighs 130 pounds in an arm wrestling match.
Wait, who did?
Briar Wellington.
Richie Boy Briar Wellington?
Briar Wellington he has been doing what is called the Humble Yourself Rookie Open Challenge for a while now. And this particular variation was an arm wrestling challenge against the world's strongest wrestler, Avery Hughes.
What the fuck is going on?
In it, we also found out that Briar apparently has an illegitimate son, Jarris Gray, one of the Grey Wolves.
Briar, this is one of those guys that I only know because I went to the gathering JCW.
Sorg, I don't make the rules. I go to Detroit, I do what I'm told, and I go home. Yeah, it was an arm wrestling contest.
Detroit is like the fucking Elseworlds of professional wrestling.
It's amazing.
Like nothing else.
It is the upside down.
It is the upside. It's a very upside down and glassy and bloody and yeah. Wow.
Looks like I taught Sorg something else about Detroit wrestling. There we go. That's what he learned.
There's
this
a
week.
lot to learn. There's a lot you probably shouldn't know. Hey, you know what I learned?
What'd you learn, Sorg?
You know that walk that John Moxley does, like, where you think it's pretty much the John Moxley kind of character kind of thing? Or, you know, that like kind of swaying thing that he does?
Yeah, where his limbs are independent of his body.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
I watched him walk into the arena, look at the ring, and then, like, do that sway thing as he turned back around towards the locker room. Like, that's just how he is, which, to me, just makes him even cooler. So that's just his vibe, man. Like, that is not in front of the camera. That is not in front of the ring. That's just, it seems, a Moxley thing. So, but yeah. So, just putting that out there. And also, everything will go wrong during the John Moxley match. That's what I learned, because that's when, like, stuff started physically failing on things.
Sorg, that's why you need to be very careful at Double or Nothing. They're going in the
crowd. I'm in the crowd, man. Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're going in the crowd.
Are we safer if we go in the ring?
You might be.
As fans.
You very well might be.
Jeez. Oh, my God. No, let's see. Who are the people that I worry about the most right now? Definitely Beastman matches, because he's almost killed my camera guys a couple of times. Plus, he'll write on my wall. So, which I also love during Top Rope Tabletop. His writing on the wall is, like, in the background over, like, Justin Idol's shoulder. So, like, I did not do that on purpose last show, but it just kind of turned out. So, anyways, all right, that's enough of this. Did I miss anybody? Anybody else got what they learned? Mike learned something. Tina learned something.
You didn't do me yet. I mean, heck.
What did you learn?
I learned that even though wrestling in strip clubs is fun, the next time I need dancers there so I can fit my true dystopian hellscape vision, like the titty twister and From Dusk Till Dawn. Okay. That's what I learned.
Wow. Okay, that went somewhere.
Yes, I need, look, like, it was great to get the story, but now next time we need to do this right, I need, I feel
like you're missing the most important part of the story.
What's that?
Was the ladies.
I mean, I'm just saying it was, they don't have to be vampire strippers qualification, okay?
No, but
they
that
don't
would
have
be
to
cool.
be actual vampire strip. Yes, that would. Well, would it be though? Would it be? Because then you become a vampire and you can't see the sun. That shit sucks. You live forever, but I mean,
overrated.
Who wants to live forever when all you see is dark?
Move the portal.
So I guess the other half is I learned I like to be really philosophical at 11:45 on Tuesday nights. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, that's it for me, Sorg.
That's it. That's Ref George tapping out or bumping out. It depends on how the show was booked. Mad Mike 483 on the tweets.
Yeah, I talk about things and stuff. Maybe not so much this week because it's very.
You're busy. You're very busy. Yes.
Very busy.
Referee George, who was probably going to be on your local wrestling show.
Everyone this weekend. 880.
There you go. Go to all the shows.
Revenge. Yeah.
In Western
VCW.
PA starting Thursday night, and you will see them, including on IndyWrestling.us streaming.
Residuals check.
In wrestling? What are you talking about? What are you, Jesse Ventura?
I don't know. You use my likeness an awful lot.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm at Sorgatron on all the social medias. You can see my adventures from this past weekend between Michigan Speedway and this funky pyramid in Long Beach. And, of course, I will be behind the ones and twos doing the production on Thursday Night Fights, Family Ties, all out at 880 in New Ken. And come out Friday night. Like, seriously, it's a fun time because they do these food trucks down there on Fifth Avenue. It's a really good time right down from Voodoo Brewery.
There'll be there'll be more than just food trucks. There'll be some good other community vendors.
There's actually a
too,
lot of more stuff when it's not raining.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and we do have a good forecast.
Oh, good
for Friday too. Allegedly, it should be in the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't get me wrong. The food and the drink are the best part. But don't get me wrong.
Yes.
There'll be other people peddling wares as well.
Bands and wrestles. You can
Yes.
come down and check it out. And of course, up in Revenge Pro in Erie, Pennsylvania, this Saturday. And then I will be in Vegas. If anybody's in Vegas and wants to say hi, I'll be around, and I have no obligations for the week. So.
And if you see Sorg and you say, "I love the Mayhem show," you get to chop him. That's the rule.
Yes. You know what?
That's the rule.
I'll take
I just
it.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it on a casino floor.
No. That'd probably be a bad idea.
Chopping is off limits on the casino floor, but in hallways, in shops, on the street, fair game.
Well, just like in the movie Casino, the eye in the sky sees us all.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And other than that, I may even visit the Hoover Dam and reenact the scene from Transformers.
Better than the end scene of Casino, so you don't get buried in a field.
I don't know that one.
Sorg, if you go to the Hoover Dam, you there's a couple things you can recreate.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
You can mark yourself up like Amy Pond, like you just saw the Silence.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring a fishing pole and ask where the damn tour is, and if you can get some damn bait from Vegas Vacation.
I wonder if the tour will be open this time. Anyways, thank you so much, because it wasn't last time I was there. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks live here on the show, where I will be broadcasting from a hotel room. Yay. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.